How's it going today, YouTube? Welcome back to the video. If you guys do not know, we recently just hit 1,600 subscribers, I believe. If you guys do not know, we hit 1.5K. Let me go check, because I haven't been on YouTube like that. I've been mainly on TikTok and editing. 1,748. We are so close to 2,000 subscribers. Oh my God. Jesus. Thank y'all so much. I did not even realize that. We're almost at 1,800. But yeah, I'm coming over here to tell y'all, since we hit, I originally thought it was 1,600. We hit more than that for men. I'm coming on here to explain to y'all how to use CapCut and the basics of that, like basically a tutorial. And if you guys can tell from the background, I make like edits for TikTok and stuff like that. And I think I'm gonna start posting like my TikTok edits in my short reels. So like that, but these music videos can get copyrighted heavy, so I gotta make sure when I put it in there I put the song for it and all that stuff. But anyways, let me get to explaining. So today I'm gonna explain to you how to do the basics of CapCut and where to find certain items like graphs, transitions, stuff like that, sound effects if you don't know how to do it. And yeah, maybe like blatant on how to find things, but it takes some time to get used to it. For me, it took me like, I've been doing this since December of last year. It took me until like I think a day ago to figure out where graphs were. I found graphs a day ago and I was just messing around on the app to find it. But anyways, let me get in here and explain to you and show you guys an example of what an edit on here can look like. So for this, I'm going to pop an edit on the screen of my, like a couple of my edits that I've done. I'm gonna just show you a couple of them, just two of them, just to preview and show you what it looks like when you understand how to do it. So here's the two edits.
Sent a group of men out nearby town to look for food. Only a few came back. They said that the others had been slaughtered by a crazy man.
Dropped out of school, now we done rich. This sound like some 4301 shit.
And now that you've seen those two edits, now we're going to explain on how I did one of them. So first we're going to go over here and look at the Anakin one. And just in case my lazy self 100% didn't do anything, we're going to decrease the size of, actually I think I should just decrease the size of this. And just do that. Yeah, that would be simpler. Now let me go ahead and show it. I am going to be looking at my left a lot because I have to adjust things. But let's go ahead and show you guys what the edit looks like from my perspective if I didn't include it.
Until now you have become the very thing you swore to destroy.
You were the chosen one who said that you would destroy this and not join them. My brother Anakin, I loved you.
Breaking my heart. You're going down a path I can't follow.
So anyways, the way I did this edit is, first off, I went on YouTube and searched up what I needed. I searched up my song for this. I searched up Dion Yes Fangs Ultra Slowed Reverb. If you want to use this sound, I'll also include that down below, just so if you want to go and try this out, make an edit yourself of like a character, like let's say Batman, stuff like that. Because I am going to make an edit of Batman with this audio. I'm thinking of making it with the I Am Vengeance from Arkham Knight. because I want to make an edit about that. So I'm gonna do that before I post this, so no one can steal my idea from me. Or actually, no, it's inspiration. Let's actually get that right. It's inspiration. Anyways, let me explain to you on how to change certain things. Like, let's first explain how you change frame rate. So first with frame rate, you go to where this bottom part is right here, where it says modify. You go down here and you head to frame rate. You can change the name of the project. You can change where it goes to. You can change import material. You could change the ratio, resolution. What does customize look like? Okay, yeah, that's what it is. Okay, you can change the resolution, you can change the frame rate, and the color space. For me, one things that you need to do is change the frame rate, because automatically by default it starts off at 30 FPS. I noticed when I didn't realize I could change it until I like started messing around with the app. If you do not realize, 30 FPS, you won't be able to tell the difference if you aren't used to seeing high refresh rates. But if you're used to it, you can tell the difference between 30 and 60. It is very obvious. One is slower than the other, one is faster, and one just looks cleaner. So 60 FPS is what you want to go on to. So just go on frame rate, change it over to 60 FPS, and that. Performance, I don't really know what this one is. Turn on proxy to speed up editing, and video quality won't be affected. So basically this, if you want performance, just turn it on, because me, I just don't really care. I just prefer to leave it on default. It's off, so I leave it on default. But now on to how you do the edit. The first thing is, when you do an edit, you want to find the clip you want to use for the beginning. So for me, I had an idea about this audio with what would you do to protect her, and I was like, Anakin style protecting. Yeah, Anakin style protecting. I would destroy everything to protect the one person I care about, and yet I still might be the person that destroyed them, you know? That's what my idea was at the time, so I did that, went with that. And so what I did to go find these clips, I went on YouTube, searched up what I needed. So I went on YouTube and searched, for example, all of Anakin Skywalker scenes and the Revenge of the Sith, so I could use this for the future if I want to make another Anakin Skywalker edit. And if these, by the way, you do not have to watch the entirety of the video to find what you want. You could literally skim through. If you've seen the movies, you could just skim through, find the scene that you're looking for, because you remember what the scene looked like. But if you've never seen the movies, you're going to be there for a good second, so you're out of luck. And if you're just looking for specific scenes, you can just search up specific scenes. But if you're planning on making more edits of this later, it is smarter just to download the entirety of the scenes for it, because you just go and you download it, and simple. And since I do have YouTube Premium, good thing on me, I can download videos and save it. It's, my desktop is weird. I don't know why it allows me to download it from YouTube, but I do. I just download the video, head over here, and I get to making the edit. And what you would do is you would search up what you need specifically. So for a fact, for this entire thing, I only used this one right here. I didn't use this one like I thought. I think I actually did I? Let me see. I think I used it for this beginning. No, I didn't. But what you would do is you would find what you need. You would find the audios, and for a fact, and also if you want to do what I did for the audios, like during the video like this.
Until now you have become the very thing you swore to destroy.
You were the chosen one who said that you would destroy this and not join them.
So like that, where Obi-Wan or Padme is talking or Anakin screaming, I went up into YouTube and went to go find the scenes I needed for that. So I went to go find the scenes where Obi-Wan is talking to Anakin through the entirety of the movie. I went and found all those scenes. And then I also searched up Padme talks to Anakin, and went to go find the part where she says, like, she was starting to talk about how sad this was making her. That's what I went to go search up. I found that, implemented it into the video, and started to do that. And if you're wondering, yes, I will have where if you are looking for a specific thing chaptered, so you can go to it. This video might be a little long, not crazy long, but just so you know, this video right here, this 26-second video took me 6 hours to complete. Yes, I did say 6 hours. I was not joking. And I did 2 edits in the same day, one at midnight, and then I went to sleep, woke up, do the other one in the afternoon. Now, as it is, sometimes what I do is I make 2 edits in a day, or I make an edit the day before, use it to post that day, and I still make another edit for the day, so I can have 2 videos in the same day if I want to. But Also, with this edit, what I did is this scene right here isn't the correct way. It's reversed. This scene right here is reversed. I reversed this clip because I didn't want him like looking that way and then looking away. I wanted him looking at the camera to like, you know, stating, oh, what I would do. So I reversed it, slowed it down to 0.6. And if you want to slow down clips, what you would do is you head over to speed and you would just slow down where you want. And if you want it to look good, you go to slow-mo and you press optical flow, because optical flow looks better, but it does take longer. Frame blending is not that good to me unless you're just making something quick and fast, then sure, but optical flow is for the best like resolution of slow motion. And for curve, I don't really even use curve. I don't use anything with this unless if you're making let's say the velocity edits, or those like in out like slow, like fast slow, like this is where you would go for that. But for me, I didn't use that for this because I'm not doing a velocity. And with my edits, I don't do animations anymore unless it's like for like a shake thing. But if it's just zoom out, I'm gonna just manually do it. Now give me a second, I have to stretch my back. All right, but now for stuff like that, you would do that. And if you want to change audio, you can go on here. And for me, what I did is, because these audios had music down here, had music, and it had a lot of background audio. So what I did is I went over here and I went to voice isolation and I pressed key vocals. With CapCut, they have a really good voice isolator where but you have to be a pro member to access this, and I keep my pro membership because I like to make edits, and plus I use it for YouTube. But yeah, this allows you to just centralize what you need. So like, you know, if you just need the vocals, you get the vocals. If you just want the background noise, you press remove vocals and it'll get rid of the vocals. And I really do like how CapCut does that because it's pretty simple, pretty easy. You just go on here, go to that, do that, easy. And if you want to change how something sounds, like let's say if you wanted it to be like, let's say a mic hog.
Now you have become the very thing you swore to destroy. Till now you have become the very thing. Till now you have become the very thing you swore to destroy.
I think I'm gonna end up changing that.
Till now you have become the very thing.
Like that, yeah, you can just change it to different things. I just wanted to hear what it sounded like, but I might end up actually re-uploading this edit with mic hog on all of them because that actually sounds really nice. And you could do voice filters to like change how the voice sounds. You could do voice characters to change the entirety of the voice to, let's say, like good guy, robot. You could do all that, chipmunk. And you could do speech to song. And I believe this is where you would it would allow you to just change what they say into song. And this takes a while, I believe, like a really long time. But yeah, you could do that. You could also increase the speed of the audio just itself, like, you know, normal, pretty simple. But now that you understand what the audio feature is also for, you can do stuff like that. But now let's head into the way you should be cutting this up and doing that. So when you make an edit on a song, you need to look for beats or think of how you're gonna do it. If you do complex edits, like, you know, stuff like that, I do prefer that if you go search up an After Effects video, because this video is not After Effects. I had to grab me a Ghost Energy cherry limeade, sponsored me, please. Anyways, yeah, so basically if you want to go on here and do stuff like that, you just basically hop on, find what you need, go on the song, and then you would listen for the beats like this, you know.
Now you have become the very thing you swore to destroy.
And with the beat, you can tell this song is like the same beat pasted, which means it has a great rhythm beat because it's like consistent, which means instead of you having to manually go in and listen for the beat when it changes. And I do recommend this when you make these audios and you do this, make sure when you do the beat, the ending clip that you have, like if you were to say this clip before it goes into the next beat, what you do is you make sure that this clip is a little bit over the beat, and then you would add the transition of this one, because you do not want to do it beforehand, because I've started to realize that it doesn't look or sound as good to me, because when I stare at it, I start to realize that there's a millisecond or like a second beforehand where it switches immediately. So you want to make sure that it makes somewhat of a smooth transition, because when you have stuff like this where it does a heavy zoom out and then it zooms out slowly again, you want to make sure, because the next clip is going to do the exact same thing on these beats. So it looks like it's a violent zoom out, and then it does it like it's coming outside of the clip itself. That's what I see it as, like a smooth motion. So that's what I prefer to have it as. So when you do that, you then have to make sure that you match the beats up, and you do that. And if you have it to where the beat repeats itself, like sometimes people have it to where it repeats itself, the entire video goes over again. But for some edits, you don't do that, and you sometimes just depict the entire story of the character. Sometimes that's how I see it. If I'm doing an edit like this, I just do, you know, scenes that depict the character dark growth or character growth over the entirety of the edit. I do that sometimes, and I did it this time, so prime example. So you do that to make sure that the edit in the clips, and beforehand you do want to cut up what you need, because you do not want to be editing the entire time, get halfway through and then realize, God, I have to go searching for another clip now. Because some people like me delete the thing after I'm done with what I need, and then I have to re-add it and scroll through another 10, 15, maybe even, you know, 30 minutes worth of footage just to find what I need. And sometimes you don't even realize that you have the same clip you went and looked for in the thing already. So now you're like, oh, now it just has the same clip and I gotta go look again. So you want to make sure that you find the clips you want beforehand, because it can get very tedious. Or if you want, you could just count how many of the beats there are and just get that precise amount of clips and get extra just in case you were off. Now, after we understand that, now we're going to head into the graphs, which a lot of you who clicked on this video have been waiting for. So when you set up a graph, what you want to do is you want to add a keyframe. Now for keyframes, it could be for anything. It could be for color, blend. It could be for not stabilization. Why I'm say that? It could be for, you know, other things like, let's say, motion. No motion blur. Can it only be on the things up here? Okay, so it could only be blend up. Okay, good to know. I think. Yeah, I guess. I'm guessing at this point now, because I don't see anything else. So what you do is you would add the keyframe of what you're doing. So for me, what I did here is I had this at 200%, and then I had the graph about over here. It automatically zoomed out like to 50%, just so like it's a quick zoom out, like it's a heavy zoom out, and then it's a slow zoom out from 50 now to 100, because I have to go from 200 to 150 and then to 100 itself, to where the image is back at its original resolution, resolution scale. Now when you do this, what you would do to find the graph, you would head into the clip, you would right click it on CapCut, and then you would see right down here by range, show keyframe animation. I did not understand what this meant until I just said, you know, let me figure this out. So I added 2 keyframes, and then I clicked on it, and I was like, oh, what is this? And then I saw a familiar symbol I saw when I was on the phone app, and I saw the graph. So but I found this, what I did then is I tried to figure it out. So I clicked on one of the keyframes, and then I figured out, oh, I could go on here and change it. Oh my God, I did not realize that this one was up just a little bit. Anyways, it still looks good. So what you could do is you could press on this and you could choose a preset version, stuff like that. But now that you're on PC, what you actually want to do is, the best thing to do is custom make it, because these are better for when it comes to phones. And you can do custom make on the phone, but on the phone it just is more complicated. You can't preview as you're doing it without having to exit the item, because usually you could just click on this and boom, you can do it. Like, look, I could still be on this and it's still gonna sit there, but if I'm on the phone, I have to click off of it and then press play and then go back onto it. So that's why I prefer on the phone app, preferred that I custom made the image zoom out and zoom in. Or on the app, I preferred the presets, and then on computer, I preferred, you know, actually, you know, clicking it. So that's how I am with that. And for you to do the custom, because we have linear, we have auto curve, and then we have free curve. And with free curve, it's basically just custom. So with free curve, what I would do is I would test by zooming in. I always zoom into halfway, because these clips are like short, so you can't see them normally. Like if you were zoomed out, certain things become bunched up together and you can't really see it. So best thing to do is just zoom in halfway or a little bit above, so you have a clear, you know, workspace to work with. You click on the keyframe that you want by clicking just after it, just so you can get to it. And then you would find the dot and you would move the dot up, down, whatever you want to do. You would go to the position of the clip you want to go to on the track. You would find that, and then you would just drag it up and down wherever you want. And now that you have that, you would scale it up, you would rotate it, you would do what you need, because you could press on X to rotate, you could press on Y to, you know, do that. You could press on rotate itself just to do that. Actually, we know X is to go across the track up and down, you know, stuff like that. So you press rotate to rotate, my bad. And you press scale to scale. And usually I would just use scale because I'm not doing those crazy rotate edits or shakes, because this is where you would go for shakes. Like if you're doing shakes, you would go here for shakes as well. This is where you would go for shakes. You don't have to use the preset like animation. You can genuinely just come here and custom make your shake and memorize it. Because for me, I've memorized my scale where I want my scale for edits like this. Now I got to figure out what I want to do for shakes. Stuff he knows, but I'm not sticking. It's irritating me. Now, after you figured this out, what you would then proceed to do is you would just get it prepared. You know, you would figure out what you want to do, where you want it, how you want it to zoom in, how you want it to zoom out, and then you just start working around that. And once you figure out the first clip, especially if it's on a beat that's the exact same, you just copy and paste the exact same thing on every single clip. And now that you've, you know, copy and pasted all those graphs on the same clips, because you can't like copy, I think you can, but I don't know. I prefer to just do it and just mimic what I saw and then memorize it after the first 3 and just start doing it. And these parts is what takes a decent amount of time, but not a crazy amount of time. And stuff like that, you do that. And that's basically the basics of graphs, where to find it, how to do it. It's really not that hard once you understand it the first few times. But when I was searching on YouTube and on TikTok to find this, I could not find any of this when I needed it. And then I just started exploring, and there could be a video up now from like a week or 2 ago. I did not see that video. I don't know if that video exists. Do not blame me. Now, after you figure stuff like that out, you could also just explore more options. Like, now these are just the other items I'm going to include to tell you what they are. So we have mirror. So if you want to mirror the image, we have rotate. And rotate you wouldn't really use, because you could just go on here and, you know, do the graph or keyframe the rotation here. You don't have to do this. You can customly make it into like a smooth circle instead of a snap circle. And then you would have crop, where you would go and you would crop the image, stuff like that. And you would also have remove filler words. I don't know what this is. I really do not understand it, so I'd never really used it because I don't need it. And obviously reverse. And then we have freeze, where it just freezes the frame. Then we have delete. Then we have delete right, which deletes the right side of the clip you cut. So if you were to press delete right, and this is for like if you're splitting a clip and you just want to give it to the right side, it deletes immediately. And then you have delete left, and it's just the other opposite side. And then you have split, and split literally just cuts the clip in half. And I prefer, if you were to do this, just use split, because you do not need to be using these often. You just need this one. I'll be right back. Anyways, now that you understand how graphs work and stuff like that, and where the little things are, and also you can, if you did not know, you can audio record with this software instead of, you know, opening up Streamlabs, OBS, or whatever software you use to record. You can just head over to the record function on here and just do a couple of voice lines. If you have like videos where you make voiceovers for characters, like if you voice over for, let's say, an anime character in your own little like genre for your like little series, web series, or comics or stuff like that, or if you do like a little voiceover comic jokes, like if you do, let's say you're voicing over an animal and stuff like that, you can use this, you can refine it, you can make it sound better, and you can add stuff like that. Sorry, I'm kind of out of breath because, bro, that bathroom break was vicious. But now that we understand how that stuff works, now I'm going to explain to you about, you know, the sound effects and media. So with media, first, you can import anything from your computer as long as it is a picture or game. Picture or video. Why did I say game? Picture or video. You just press on import, press import, boom, simple as that. And you have AI, a genre where you can ask the AI to generate what you need and it will make something for you. And that's the benefit. But this is also, I believe, a pro thing. So yeah. And then you have spaces, and this would just be media uploaded. Like if you're on your phone and you uploaded something that you want to use for an edit in the future, you can just do this and boom, it's on this cloud right here. And then you have library, and this is just their stock footage. So you have like, if you're just doing YouTube videos and you're like, they have the subscribe, simple as that. And then they also have the like button thing. And I believe this is like, yeah, camera kind of thing. Like if you're making like, hi, it's me here. And today we're on another episode of let's say exploring a haunted mansion. You can use it like this. You got a black screen, you got a white screen, you got one of these little back things. So like if you're doing that, you got one of these screen. I'm not doing that again. That scared the shit out of me. But you got one of those. You even got another one. You got fireworks. You got all that. And then you have the end. Like if you were making like a little thing, like a joke. You have loading. Like now loading, something like that. You got this too. Another subscribe. Press the like button. I might actually start using this one because this looks nice. I like this one. I might use this even though I got one. But you got a lot of options. You know, you got a lot of options. I believe you have branded assets like from CapCut. CapCut themselves adds a PNG of their own logo, and you can upload your own brand assets and make, I guess, a brand media kit for other people to use, maybe, I think, or for yourself, I think. But yeah, you even got the CapCut stuff like that. So if you wanted to make like a thing about CapCut, about how good it is, you can do that. Like you want to make an edit like that, you can. And then you have audios, and you can search up artists that are on here. Most of the time CapCut has songs I think they have on here. And what's this? Now listening to that, I hope I muted that because I do not want to get copyrighted for just a split second of audio. Then we have sound effects. Sound effects has, you know, a lot of stuff: performance, trending, sale, magic. You know, you got a bunch of stuff like what? Oh, yeah, cartoon. I actually want to favorite this. Is actually sounds good. That actually would be funny for like a little skit for stuff like that. But you also got, you know, copyright to like run checks on stuff. No one really uses this on here because if you're posting it on like TikTok, it's gonna get copyrighted no matter what. It always happens. Stuff always gets copyrighted for no reason, and it's just stupid because someone either says, oh, they claim it, or TikTok just gets rid of it. And before you say, oh, that doesn't happen, it happens to me 24/7 for no reason. Certain videos I made a while ago gets copyrighted for something that was in there for like like 2 seconds, and it's not even like a branded song. It's from like, let's say, like a non-copyright thing that I searched up, or non-copyright from certain apps like this, or websites that give you non-copyright music, and it still gets copyrighted. It's stupid for some reason. Now you also have extracted audios. Like if you were to extract audios from like videos, it'll also be here. Then you have brands, like, you know, just like a little setup thing. And now let's get to the one part that literally takes you at least an hour to get done. And this may not be a prime example, like the wording here, how it's just, you know, just this. If you were to see any of my other videos where there's text in the video, like the last was video, I'm gonna show you real quick.
A few weeks back, I sent a group of men out nearby town to look for food. Only a few came back. They said that the others had been slaughtered by a crazy man.
Then you would see this took me over like 40 minutes to get done, because you have to go through, you have to make it to where you wanted it, you have to put it centered, you have to, you know, fade in, fade out, you have to do stuff like that. It takes time. And now with me, now I'm just literally making it to where it's in one thing instead of making it to where it's every word fades in. I just want it to fade in once and then fade out. That's how I have it now. Now, if you want to do text, because how it is, I have a preset for the text I like the most, and it's this text right here. It's called, what is it called? It's called The One's Black or something. It's something around there. Now I have this one because I like this one a lot. If I was to use something else, and yeah, whatever, but I just prefer this one because it looks really nice. I like it. It's a nice kind of bold lettering without boldness to it. You know, if I was to add bold, then it would just be stronger and brighter. So yeah, anyways, you have trending when it comes to these texts, and it's like these little text effects that give you preset. You have like a SpongeBob text and stuff like that. You have an effect text where it could be, let's say glowing, but with mine, I custom made my glow. I just went in and made my glow. And if you want to know where to find glow, you would go into the text. It says it right here. You go in there, you choose this one, because this one is for like if you're doing like the outros and stuff like that, you use the pro one, but the free one is the best one because you literally can make glow text effects and it's way better. And then you have all the other ones. You have all the other options and stuff like that. And then you would have, I think there's some else on text, isn't there? Nope, that's it. And then you would have, let's say, local caption. What is this? Oh, okay. So local caption allows you to upload text. Okay, I can start uploading text. I need it. Good to know. Good to know. I did not realize that till now. That is my bad. But also you have stickers. No one really uses stickers, but if you want to use stickers, it's up to you. You can use it to implement your videos, make it better for like YouTube videos, stuff like that. Simple as that. Or if you're making like thumbnails and you want to use CapCut to do it, you can. It's all up to you. Then you have video effects. Video effects is where you would go to do certain things. Like you have all these effects. You have opening, lens, nightclub. Nightclub is where you would find shakes and stuff like that. And you would also find black flash, but I do support that instead of you using black flash on the effects, use it custom made. Just head into stock, head into media, head into the stock library, and then just make a black flash that's very like dim, but still visible, you know? And then you have celebrate, stuff like that. Light effect. Light effect is very useful because you get like flash 4. You also get, this is flash 6, I think. No, that's 4. You also get purple night, dreamy glow. Dreamy glow comes in handy when you're making like those thirst trap edits and you're like, oh, I want my character to, you know, the character to, you know, be you know, thirsty, stuff like that, whatever. So you got that. There's also leaks. So if you're doing like those leaks thing on there and stuff like you got halo, stuff like that, develop, all that stuff, all those valuable options. You also have body effects. Body effects is for like if you're doing for a person, a body effect if you're making like a person edit, you got that. And usually you can use this on edits, but I don't really understand them. If I want to, I'll get to understand them, but right now I don't. But for transitions, you have a bunch of optional transitions. You have overlay transition, you have movement transitions, you have blur transitions, basic, light effect. You have all those. Those are also optimal transitions. And then we have the one thing that in my opinion is the most important. We have filters. Now, if you guys cannot tell, on here I have it on HD dark. And usually for my edits, I do 3 filters on top of each other. And I always include yandere because yandere has this nice glow to it. Like, let me show you. It has this like dreamy glow. So I usually just keep it somewhere where it's like the glow is still there, but not heavily. And I add it twice sometimes. Just to like add it. If the first one's not strong, the second one, you know, adds the extra strength to it. But for stuff like this, certain scenes do not look good when it's extremely dark. Like certain parts you want dark like this, you want completely dark and stuff like that. But sometimes it makes certain things not look right, like how the hood doesn't look right till you get to a certain frame. And I don't know, a lot of people don't notice that, but I notice it because I pay attention to how people's videos are made because I like how people's put attention to detail. But certain stuff like that. And sometimes if you want to like, give me a second. Sometimes you want to like do, oh, my headphones just turned off. Sometimes if you do stuff like, let's say, customs, like custom adjustments, and also presets do exist. So like if you want to make a custom like CC or something, or whatever those things are called. I don't really understand what the word CC stands for. I don't know if it's like for like color correct. I think it's color correction. That would make sense. And then you have this LUT. I don't know what that really means. I think you can download a CC or something and it would probably implement it. But custom adjustments, you go on here, you do stuff like that. So let's show for example, let's go on here and move this over here. So like if you were to want to change the eyes, you would head over to HSL and then you just, what we do, we just turn up the red. All right, yeah, we're gonna turn that off. How do I okay, I think because I'm looking for the one that allows you to change the red. So his eyes are yellow, so I wanted to change it. I'm guessing let me do that. I don't really use this a lot, so it could be different for certain things. Like, yeah, it could be different for a lot of stuff, but yeah, you can use this to make colors certain brighter, stuff like that. It varies on what you choose to make brighter, especially if the color is visible and they can see it. Then if it can register it, then yeah. But you can also save stuff like as a preset to have the, you know, thing set up. So if you're doing stuff where it's a human being or a certain thing, you can have a already set up like color correction. Like if you want to have, let's say, a sharpen that's just about crazy like that. And then let's say if you wanted to add highlights, add some contrast, some brightness to it. And let's say you wanted to darken the shadows or lighten the shadows, you can, but you could also darken them. You could change the temperature, you could change the hue, you could change the saturation, you can do all that stuff. And we even have skin. I don't know what this really does, because for me it doesn't really do anything. Don't really care much for it. I think I'm gonna figure out what LUT means. I think it just allows you to get CCs and stuff. I hope that's what it means, because if it is, then I can go find some and start using them. You also have something called color match. I guess it would just, color match. Auto adjust makes it to where it's the right thing perfectly, to where it matches it perfectly. That's what it does for it. That's what auto adjust is. And then you have templates, and you just find templates like meme templates and stuff like that. If you're making a meme and you're doing stuff like that, simple as that, templates are here. You got memes, you got intros, you got outros, stuff like that. And most of these are people who made YouTube videos. Like, so if you have a game.
Are you serious right now, bro?
I did not mean to deafen both of us. That was not my intentions. I am sorry. But yeah, you got that. But there's a lot of options. I actually might come in here and look for an intro. And see if I can find one I like. If not, I'll just custom make one and just make it nice. They all look ass. I'm gonna make my own. Anyways, you got options like vlog and you got like for TikTok, friends, retro edit. I don't know what this is. Oh, edits and stuff. Now let's see what this is. That is a copyright written song. Let's not do that. Anyways, that's most of the stuff that you can find on TikTok. It is pretty on CapCut. Why did I say TikTok? Because I was reading the word TikTok and then I thought of the word TikTok. That's crazy. Anyways, that is how most of this gets done on here on CapCut, if you guys don't know. And it's crazy that I'm using my editing software to make a video for my YouTube channel, and then I'm gonna edit this editing our video on this editing software. Big brain moves. I'm gonna stop talking. Anyways, this is basically the stuff that I do for my videos. The stuff I do to get my stuff done. That's how I do it. Sorry about that, the yawn. But that's how I do it. This is how I get my edits done and stuff like that. But also, if you're wondering what this is, let me show you. This is my outro for my videos. I really did like how editors would make, like, those outros where, oh, it's the name and then it zooms in and then zooms out. So I made that myself. I went and customly made that, and I'll use it for all my edits in the future. And if I don't use it, it's usually just going to be a watermark on my edit, so no one can steal it. Because listen here, someone's going to try to steal your edit 100% of the time. And the thing is, they can't steal a good quality edit without a watermark somewhere. So even if it does get taken, the one part that they have to include is that the ending doesn't look right. Because most of the time people add a transition at the end, and you can't figure out how they did it without asking them or, finding a video of them doing it. So you wouldn't know how they did the zoom in and zoom out unless you could actually just visually look and know. But most people don't. So when they try to steal an edit, they try to basically just take the edit and zoom it down so your name isn't in it, because TikTok does have the thing where it floats around. And yeah, so the transition at the end usually does safeguard it for me. For some people it doesn't, but for me it does. Now, I've not seen anyone steal my edits yet, but if someone does, I am going to tell them, hey buddy, I would love to know how you did this. I actually really do hope someone steals my edit one day, just so I can call them out of it. It would be the greatest day for me. But let me not try to, test anyone. Anyways, that's basically how I do my editing on here. And if you're wondering on, hey, you forgot to mention what animation adjustment AI style is. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it is. Animation is basically just animations for it. But as we explained, you don't really need these unless you're making a crazy animation where it's like you go to combo, you need to be in like a square or something. You over at combo, get it. I think there's a square one, right? The last time I checked that, okay, yeah, there's the smartphone one. The smartphone one. These are good ones, and I think there's a square one somewhere. I remember seeing one a while ago. Oh, here it is, right here. The cube one where it goes in and then does that. You can speed it up, slow it down. You can do crazy edits. You can put it like stuff in the background, stuff like that. Combos where you go to make it like wicked, straight like that, crazy, easy. You got the crystal 2, and stuff like that. You got a lot of options, especially if you're trying to make like those good like edits, like flash edits, stuff like that. You got that. We already know what adjustment is. We literally just looked at it. And then AI style is basically those things that you put on videos and it styles it like photos and stuff. But now that we've figured it out, and after that, you just press on export. It's gonna be a gigantic blue button in the top right corner. You press on export, export the video, name it, put a file, and boom, you're done. But now, just to say something, if you want to know where you can find the way to download the CapCut app for PC, I will have that link down in the description, and I will probably explain this in the video. If it's not in the beginning, it's at the end. And if you watch the end, then you were able to get yourself a place to find the editing software and learn how to do it. And this is a very long video. It's a little bit of a educational video. I may have not done it or said anything the right way, but this is my first time, making a tutorial with an in-depth explanation and not being bored about doing it. Because the thing is, I've not got bored not a single time while doing this. I actually was interested in staying focused on this. And this is me yapping. I'm gonna yap for just a quick second. The reason I feel like I'm doing better when it comes to videos, stuff like that, is because now I've started to strip myself away from my phone. If I'm on my phone, I'm gonna be in my bed. If I'm not in my bed, I'm gonna be on my computer. That's how I am now. So I don't get myself obsessed with my cell phone anymore because I need to figure out a way to separate myself from my phone. So I've started doing that. But anyways, that's all I had for this video and all I had to, explain to you guys and show you guys. But now that I've done that, I am gonna just say thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for 1,700 subscribers. I actually cannot believe that we made 1,748. I cannot believe that we're actually here. We are so close to 2,000, and it is just super surprising to me that we've actually made it here. If you were to ask me from a year ago, like a straight year ago, in January last year, my younger self would be like, I'm not gonna get anywhere near 1,000 subscribers this year. I'm about to hit 2,000 in the first month of January. And my birthday is next week. Oh yeah, if you guys do not know, I do turn 18 next week. I have 10 days until my birthday. Clap it up, y'all. Let's clap it up. God bless. God bless. But yeah, I'm very happy and very excited to turn 18 this year. I'm scared for what the future holds for me because I don't know if my future is going to be secure. But you just got to hope for the best. You can't really just start saying stuff without 100% knowing or being happy for the road that you're going down. But for me, I'm happy that I believe that I'm going down a good road because God has blessed me to go down that great road. Because he's blessed me to get here, he's going to bless me to get there. That's how I see it. Now, I just want to say thank y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope y'all will come back for another video because there will be another video soon. I don't know when, but probably the end of the week. But yeah, I just want to say thank y'all so much. Thank you for being here. I wish you the best of days. God bless. And if you want to grow on TikTok, this is the stuff you would use to learn on how to get better at that craft. You would, want to learn how to do that to grow on TikTok. And make sure if you're posting on TikTok, make sure you post at least 2 to 3 times a day. Because TikTok, if just posting one time, unless you have a gigantic viewership and people on your account, you're not going to get a lot of views unless it's like a funny video. But it all really comes up to the algorithm on what time you post. Let me actually be honest. So most likely just try posting in the afternoon if you're trying to grow on TikTok. I'm gonna be real honest. Just try to post in the afternoon because that's when everyone's up and everyone's doing stuff and they're on their phones. So yeah, thank y'all so much for being here. God bless. I wish y'all a great day. I hope you guys stay safe, enjoy the video, And please, if you have the chance and if you want to, you're not forced to, hit that like and that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And it would just support the channel and it would help us further along our journey because we are so close to hitting 2,000 subscribers. I genuinely cannot believe we're already here almost. Thank y'all so much for being here. God bless you all. I wish you all well, and I hope you go well in your editing career journey. Peace.
Hey, I do it. Run that bait up like a track me. Run that bait up like a track me. Give me the pack and I might pack that. She got a fatty, I might pack that. Give me your addy, we pullin' up to your bed and then we gon' put it to rest with those click clap.